We even had a radio. And we had the BBC. And not all the time, because there were many disturbances, and then we were afraid that they might find out, you know, to hear where this waves coming from. So we only put this at a certain hour at night, when we know that they will be transmitting news. And I didn't understand any English at this time. But once there was a transmission, they were transmitting news to all the Jews who are in bunker. And it was said in English, in Polish, and in Jewish. We know everything what's going on in the ghetto. And Jews, remember, you are dying with heroic death, but we will take revenge for each one of you.
So I went out from this bunker. I went to the other bunker in Anak. I knew the location, the secret, where they were. So they opened up and they let me in. And I was begging with him, and I told him I want to go out because my brother's in the other bunker. He says, nothing doing. You can't get out of here, because if you go out from here, you're going to give us out, and we all going to go. So what happened, I remained in this bunker for another week. They fed us and everything. There was children there in the bunker. We had water in the bunker because it had a well. They had a well made. And we stayed in the bunker, and later on, I didn't know that it was the uprising of the Warsaw Ghetto. I didn't know that.
We were in this bunker, I think, for 2 weeks, when the Germans discovered our bunker. There was a knock on the door, and in Jewish, they were saying, open up, the Germans are gone, we want to get in to bring you some food. And we know these were the informers. They were Jews who were working for the German. And we were very, very quiet. We didn't even breathe.
We got into this bank, it was in the cellar, and it was a lot of people there. And I remembered a few things about this bank. There was no water to drink. The water was real rust, was yellow. And there was a little baby there, a newborn baby. And the baby was crying all the time. And the people kept saying, you have to kill the baby, you have to kill the baby, because if you won't kill the baby, they will find us. And believe it or not, they killed the baby. They killed the baby because it was 100 lives that had perhaps a chance of survival against one life that had absolutely no chance of survival. I don't know how they did it, but they killed this baby.
Through the underground, we went to the sewer. And the sewer was a large tube, like a large tube. And on some street, the water was very, very little, up to the ankle. On some street was amazing, water was up to the knee. And some street, water, it was dried up. This was April, and probably it was not raining too much, because usually the sewers are more with water. And we were scattered. They told us, the one who was above, you know, in the bunker, like a commandant, you know, he told us we should go through this and this street, I mean, not street, they call it this way, to the exit of so-and-so, which the exit will be on the Aryan side. I see bodies were swimming between my legs. The German knew our people in the sewers, and they put in gas bombs. And people got gassed, got killed. I mean, they were dying in the sewer. And I had to spread my legs in order the body should swim through it. And we got scattered. Instead, we should run through this street, we ran to that street. And I somehow don't know how I got back to the bunker where I came from. I didn't know where to go, and they were pushing you, and we went back to the bunker.